The department shall ensure peace and order, public safety and security, uphold excellence in local governance, and enable resilient and inclusive communities. A highly trusted department and partner in nurturing local governments and sustaining peaceful, safe, progressive, resilient, and inclusive communities towards a comfortable and secure life for Filipinos by 2040. DILG ay matino, mahusay at maasahan.
Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat, sa ating Facebook Live viewers, sa ating Zoom participants, and to our live audience. Welcome to our 6th Balangibog episode. Balangibog is a Bicolano word which means to make public or to announce. This talk show was initiated in accordance with the Department of the Interior and local government's continuous efforts in promoting greater awareness, not just on DILG programs, projects, and activities, but also on interagency initiatives essential to the operations and welfare of all concerned stakeholders and the general public. Lahat na ba nakapag-get over sa buwan ng mga puso? Kasi ako, hindi pa. Today, we'll talk about one of the most important financial institutions for Filipino workers, the Pag-ibig Fund. At dito lang yan sa ating Balangibog episode, Usapang Pag-ibig. I am Accountant 2, Junicel Fajardo, and please like and follow our Facebook page, DILG Region 5, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, DILG Region 5 for more updates. Now I have here our pinakamamahal na Regional Director, our RD, Attorney Arnaldo E. Escobar Jr. Sesotri, for his opening remarks. Good afternoon, RD.
Magandang hapon, Juni. Magandang hapon sa lahat ng mga nakikinig sa atin at nanonood via Zoom. At of course, sa mga nanonood din via Facebook Live ngayong araw na ito, ngayong hapon na ito. Post-Valentine activity natin, but I think this topic is still very relevant today, considering na February is buwan ng pag-ibig naman.
Yes, sir.
And ang topic nito ay importante talaga sa buhay ng ating mga kawani, ng local government units, and of course, sa ating mga miyembro ng Pag-ibig and possible na maging miyembro pa rin ng Pag-ibig sa ating communities. Alam mo, itong Balangibog talaga, it's our way of promoting programs of national government and our partners like the Pag-ibig Fund para makarating ito sa ating mga LGUs and as well makarating ito sa ating community. And we are happy to host everyone. We are happy to host our partner agencies dito sa programa ng DILG Region 5. So again, isang mainit na pagbati mula sa DILG Region 5 at sa lahat ng mga nanonood, nakikinig via Zoom at via Facebook Live. Welcome dito po sa series natin, Balangibog episode ng Usapang Virtual Pag-ibig. Ang DILG po ay talagang may malaking papel sa pagpapatupad nitong mga social protection mechanisms natin para sa ating mga local government employees. Para po sa lahat, ang DILG local government sector ang pinaka-kliyente namin ay ang mga local government units. And among sa local government priorities namin ay ang human resources ng ating mga LGUs, because ito yung bedrock ng mga services na dapat iparating ng mga LGUs. Sila po yung nagtutulay o nagbibigay ng mga serbisyo na kailangan ng ating mga komunidad. Kaya importante yung kanilang capacities ay ma-enhance at ma-strengthen ang kanilang mga capacities, capabilities to deliver those basic services. And isa sa para ma-maintain natin yung capacities and efforts ng mga local government units ay tingnan din natin yung welfare ng ating mga local government unit employees. That's why kailangan nating iparating sa kanila ang kinakaukulang informasyon para din matulungan sila sa mga kanilang pangangailangan. And one way of providing this avenue para may batid sa kanila, may pakita sa kanila ang mga serbisyo ng national government agencies ay ito pong Balangibog episode natin, Usapang Virtual Pag-ibig. Sana po ma-enjoy nyo itong episode na ito, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga LGU employees, LGU officials, and as well sa ating mga kasama na mga nanonood na from the public. Ma-enjoy nyo at maintindihan natin yung mga importanteng mensahe na gusto nating makuha out of this episode. Nagpapasalamat po kami sa area manager po ng Pag-ibig, si Ginoong Gerard Xavier Santua, sa pagpapaunlak sa imbitasyon po namin dito po sa Balangibog episode na ito at sa pagpapadala ng kanyang mga magagandang resource person from Pag-ibig. We have Miss Cristel Kate L. Azuran and Miss Camille Asagra ng Pag-ibig Legazpi branch. Mamaya makakapanayam po ninyo sila dito po sa Balangibog episode na ito. So I hope everyone na naka-onboard ngayon, sana po ma-enjoy po ninyo itong 1 or 2 hours na episode natin dito po sa Balangibog. And maintindihan po natin, we will have a deeper understanding kung ano po yung mga benefits and services na ibinibigay po ng ating Pag-ibig institution, and para po magkaroon tayo ng magandang understanding sa kanila, mga operasyon at ano pa yung mga update tungkol sa Pag-ibig. Para po matulungan din yung ating mga personal goals and career goals ng ating mga empleyado at lahat ng kawani. So, dito po ipinapakita po namin na kami po sa DILG ay worthy partner ng lahat ng ating mga kasama sa national government agencies, sa ating mga community, sa ating mga LGUs, sa pagbibigay po ng mga information that matters sa lahat po ng LGUs at constituents po natin. So, yun lang po. At again, in behalf po of DILG Region 5, kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng nandito ngayon, and marami pong salamat and magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
And maraming salamat, RD. And I hope sa ating mga Facebook Live viewers, our live audience, and also our Zoom participant, sana marami po ang malaman nyo sa ating hapon na ito. Ayan. So, whether you're an employee or even self-employed, knowing about Pag-ibig can help you secure your future. So tara, pag-usapan natin ang kanilang mga benepisyo and how we can maximize their programs. So here with me today are my esteemed guests from the Pag-ibig Fund, the Home Development Mutual Fund. Here with me today are two of their resource speakers, Miss Crystal Kate Azuran and Miss Camille Zagra. Good afternoon, Miss
Good
Kate.
afternoon, Sir Junie.
Good afternoon. So, again, we have our esteemed guests from Pag-ibig. Kaway-kaway naman kayo sa ating mga Facebook Live viewers. And also to our live audience, good afternoon. So, Miss Camille and Miss Kate, can you tell me what is Pag-ibig or sino nga ba si Pag-ibig Fund?
Okay, Sir Junie. First of all, good afternoon po. And thank you, RD, for this opportunity. Especially, inano nyo po yung Balangibog episode. So, ang gandang platform. So, first, ang Home Development Mutual Fund or HDMF is established in the year 1978. So, by Presidential Decree number 1530. So, HDMF is an answer to the National Savings Program and then home financing. So, yun po yung dalawang mandato ng Pag-ibig Fund. So, bakit Pag-ibig Fund? Pag-ibig Fund stands for pagtutulungan sa kinabukasan, ikaw, bangko, industriya at gobyerno. So yun yung ina-harness namin na 4 sectors para to ultimately provide our fund members with adequate housing financing to housing effective housing financing scheme.
Oo, no, 1978 pa ang Pag-ibig,
Yes.
no? Imagine. Sa mga inabot po ang creation or establishment po ng ating Pag-ibig Fund. So, 1978. It's really far back from 1978. So, Miss Camille, ask ko naman sa'yo, sino ba ang pwede maging member ng Pag-ibig?
Okay, so for the membership program, we have the mandatory membership and the voluntary membership. For mandatory membership, that includes all employed members, private, government, self-employed, yung job orders natin, kinakategorize po kasi namin siya as self-employed job orders. And for voluntary membership, we also have the other informal sectors like the kasambahay, transport sectors, virtual assistants, yung mga freelancers. So yun po yung kinikater ni Pag-ibig Fund.
Can I add up to that?
Yes, ma'am.
So sa voluntary rin po, kinikater rin po, under voluntary is the barangay of officials or
Yes,
employee. Kasi hindi sila, unlike pag nasa municipality level, deducted. So may government share. So for the barangays, barangay captains, they don't have.
They are considered as voluntary
Yes.
members of the Pag-ibig. So parang yun nangyayari, employee share lang, wala siyang government share.
Wala.
Oh, that's still okay.
Yes.
With magkano ba yung ating contribution ngayon for the regular savings account na sa Pag-ibig?
So 200 yung minimum. So pwede pa rin tayong mag-top up to that. Pero minimum yung 200 or 2% of their salary.
Okay.
Then papantayan nyo ni employer. So 200 or 2% of the employee salary. So it depends sa employer kung ilan yung gusto niya. So pwede pa rin mas mataas, the more the merrier.
Meron bang cap yun? Parang meron bang threshold or parang maximum na contribution per month yung nangyayari?
Wala na.
Actually, we don't have.
Oh, we don't.
As
we
long
don't
as kung magkano yung kayang i-contribute ni member. So yun po. Wala po
Oh,
kami.
the more the merrier daw kasi at the end of the day, saving siya.
Yes.
Oo. Kaya doon tayo sa mga benepisyo. So, Miss Camille or Miss Kate, can you tell me what are the key benefits kung magiging member tayo ng Pag-ibig or if in the future gusto nating magpa-member sa Pag-ibig?
So, the benefits of being a member of Pag-ibig Funds, syempre savings. So, may savings tayo. Eventually, after 20 years or after 15 years of continuously saving with Pag-ibig Fund, you can withdraw your savings. And pwede rin upon your retirement para mas malaki. So, aside from that, mas higher yung dividends na in-offer ng Pag-ibig Fund compared to other financial institutions that offers the same program. So, let's say for example, for this year 2023, our dividends rate under regular savings is 6.55%, while sa modified Pag-ibig 2, ang dividends po niya is 7.05%. So aside from that, we have loans, multi-purpose loan, calamity loan, ino-offer siya kapag under state of calamity tayo, and then housing, so housing loan.
Yeah, you talk about the savings program of Pag-ibig. So, na-mention mo kanina yung modified Pag-ibig 2 na savings program. So, let's talk more about that, the MP2 savings program of Pag-ibig. So, can you tell me its main features? Paano ba nakakapag-enroll sa MP2 na savings account? Ilan ba ang pwedeng ma-enroll ng isang Pag-ibig member? And up to how much kang pwede niyang i-invest for that?
Okay. So, for modified Pag-ibig 2, 5 years lang siya. So, eventually, after 5 years, mawi-withdraw mo na yung inyong investment. So, dito, pwedeng monthly kang maghuhulog. Minimum namin is 500. Our maximum is 10 million per account. Pero, syempre, kung gusto mo salary deduction, pwede kang mag-monthly. The minimum is 500 pesos. So, pwedeng higher. Okay. And then, annual dividends option po yung pwedeng payout. So, pwedeng annually, pwedeng 5 years. So, pag annually, after ma-announce ng Pag-ibig Fund yung kanyang dividends, so, pwede nyo nang ma-withdraw, and then, kukunin nyo lang yung dividends lang. Pero kapag 5 years, yung dividends nyo, nagdi-dividends rin. So, compounded siya. So, after 5 years, mas mataas kapag 5-year ang kinuha natin. So, depende yan. May mga options tayo.
We also encourage multiple accounts for MP2. So, as long as lahat po ng MP2 account numbers may fund or funded ni member.
Yeah, at least a minimum of 500 per account, right? So, in terms of the annual dividend payout, so, ano ba siya? Paano ba siya ma-enroll or paano ba siya ma-apply for withdrawal? Doon naman tayo sa pag-withdraw. Since, for example, I opt to have it paid out annually, paano ba i-withdraw?
So, for annual dividend payout, usually kasi ina-announce yung dividend rate for that year, siguro mga March 20, mga ganyan, or first week ng April. So, after the announcement ng dividend rate, pwede na po tayo mag-claim for annual dividend payout. And nagno-notify naman po si Pag-ibig Fund if may available na for claiming for annual dividend payout.
Okay. Yes, Miss Kate, do you have anything to add?
Pwedeng mag-claim tayo sa office. So, may form lang na fill upan, and then valid ID lang, and then pwede nyo nang makuha yung yung amount via check. So, check siya.
Check. Okay.
Yes.
So, what if, bigyan kita ng scenario, kayong, for example, I opt to have it annual paid out. But nakalimutan ko. Hindi ako nakapag-withdraw on time. Meron bang period yan to withdraw lang? And then, pag hindi mo na-withdraw, isasama na ulit siya sa investment mo. What if ganon?
So, regarding that, Sir Junie, kapag annual dividends payout ang pinili mo, technically, na namin yan, parang for, mo na yan, kailangan mo na talagang ma-withdraw sa amin. So, andun lang siya. Kapag hindi mo siya kinuha, hindi na siya mag-earn. Yung dividends mo na, yon hindi na siya mag-earn. So, dapat kasi, na siya, kukunin mo na siya.
Okay.
So, kung naman, makukuha mo pa rin naman siya. Pero yun nga, hindi na siya magde-dividends.
Yes,
hindi siya kasama sa principal mo.
Naka-part kasi siya as accounts receivable ni member.
Okay.
So, hindi siya naka-adapt dun sa
hindi siya kasama doon sa principal.
Yes.
Tapos sa mga Unlike for a 5-year term, compounded siya sa computation ng dividend. So parang hanggat hindi mo siya nakukuha, nandun lang siya sa inyo, pero hindi na siya mag-earn ng interest or dividends. Okay. So, what can you suggest to all our members here? Do you suggest to an annual dividend payout or do you suggest the 5-year term?
So, ito naman is depende naman sa ating finances. So, let's say for example, big investment yung inyong pinili. I mean, big investment yung inyong i-invest sa amin. So, pwede kayong annual. So, kasi let's say for example, you have 10 million, that's 700,000. So, 700,000 is big money. So, gusto mo na siyang ma-enjoy, pwedeng annual. And then, if salary deduction, gusto natin salary deduction. Let's say, for example, you want to save 2,000 pesos monthly. So, mas maganda siyang 5 years. Kasi yung dividends mo, nagdi-dividends pa.
Oh,
At least makakita mo buo siya after 5 years.
Oo. And question ko din, pwede bang magpalit ka? Like for example, you opt to have an annual dividend payout, then eventually, sabi mo, gusto ko after 5 years na lang kunin yung pera ko sa pag-ibig na ininvest ko. Pwede ba yun?
For that, we don't allow changing of payout options. Ang pinaka namin is you open an account again.
Another account. So,
kasi yun pala i-add up ko lang na kapag nagamit na natin yung isang account, kapag nag 5 years na siya, dapat hindi
mag-expire na siya. Parang
na
ganun.
siyang gagamitin.
Yes.
Though nalalagyan pa rin siya, pero dapat
hindi na siya nag-earn.
Account na bago.
And also, yung maturity niya is 5 years. For example, nakalimutan natin siyang i-claim after 5 years. Mag-earn pa din ng dividends for the 6th and 7th year. Yung computation po for Pag-ibig 1 dividend rate, which is mababa.
Mas mababa.
After 8, sa 8th year naman, hindi na siya mag-earn ng dividends. So hanggang 7th year lang.
Kailangan na talagang i-claim.
Oo. What if naman, bigla nagkaroon ako ng emergency? And then, I don't want to avail, ayoko mag-avail ng loan. Kasi, yung iba, di ba, medyo natatakot pag loan ang pinag-uusapan. But I have this MP2 na savings and I pay it out monthly. Are there any way na ma-withdraw ko siya ahead of the 5-year term?
We have the pre-termination of MP2 account. So, pwede po siyang i-pre-term. So, kapag hindi pa siya 5 years, kailangan na natin ng pera, pwede pa siyang i-preterm. May penalties lang. 50% ng dividends, yun na lang yung makukuha natin. But the principal amount, yung total amount na dineposit natin for MP2, makukuha po natin siya lahat.
And it's good
Yes.
Kasi imagine you are investing pero when you preterm still meron kang 50% of your dividends being earned out of your savings. And yung principal mo, hindi nagalaw. Which is good. Unlike other financial institutions that they cut out from the principal yung mga penalties na nangyayari along the way. And what if, sabihin natin, I opt to have a 5-year term. Tapos, yun nga, hindi ko din nakuha. Tapos sa 7th year, hindi ko pa rin nakuha. Ano ba mangyayari doon? Parang meron ba kayong internal policy that it will be turned over or parang mag-a-accrue na lang ulit siya ng another 5 years? Or at up to 7 years lang talaga yung earning stage niya?
So, as to that po, ngayon kasi, hindi pa nasa system namin yung diretso ng makakreate ng new account para hindi na mag-withdraw sana. Kaso lang, as to this date po, kailangan pa rin siyang i-withdraw muna and then i-reinvest na lang. Kasi hindi na talaga siya mag-earn after 7 years. Katulad nga yung sabi ni Miss Camille, yung 6th and 7th year, mag-earn pa siya, pero doon na sa dividends rate ng Pag-ibig 1 or the regular savings, which is lower than the dividends for MP2. So, ang advice namin is huwag kalimutan. Pera nyo yan diba?
Feeling ko naman hindi naman makakalimutan kasi pera yan And still kahit 5 years yan, 5 years is that short actually. Mabilis lang yung 5 years for an investment Sige. So, can you tell me what's new in Pag-ibig? Are there any new products that you will be launching in the future? Is that a savings account or a loan account or any other features na mangyayari ba sa Pag-ibig?
Additionally lang dun sa sinabi ni Kate kanina, yung Loyalty Card Plus, we also offer the Loyalty Card Plus. It's a convenient of a cash card. So kapag nag-apply si member ng loan, doon na po makikredit yung proceeds ng loan niya. And also, it's a discount and reward card. So we have partner establishments like McDo, Bigs. Actually, recently lang na-tap namin si Albay Diagnostics Laboratory Incorporated. So we have 10% discount on all laboratory services, X-ray, and ultrasound.
Oh, and I have a Loyalty Plus card.
Yes.
Lagi ko siyang ginagamit sa McDo. Baka naman, McDo.
Sa Bigs rin, sa Shakey's. So, yun yung mga partner merchants namin.
May mga partner
Angel's
men.
Pizza.
Yeah, yeah. And maganda dahil bukod sa nakaka-discount ka na, you are using as a member of Pag-ibig, your Loyalty Plus card, right? And para din ba siyang savings account or cash card lang talaga siya?
Cash card lang siya.
It's
So,
a cash
daanan
card
siya
lang.
ng
Ng mga
loans.
pera. Okay.
Yes.
So, in terms of being new or being new in this era, can you tell me about virtual Pag-ibig?
So, Virtual Pag-ibig, it's an online access ng ating mga members na pwede lang ma-check online yung kanilang savings records, loan records, and kung meron na silang Loyalty Card Plus, pwede na nilang makita yung cash transactions. So, alam naman natin sa office na mahaba yung pila.
Yes, oo,
So,
mahaba.
doon, ma-check na nila yung contributions nila online, kung updated yung loan payments sa MPL, Calamity, housing loans. Then, for Loyalty Card Plus, if you have your Loyalty Card Plus, pwede na din kayo mag-create through that cash card po. Kasi mas convenient yung pag-create ng Virtual Pag-ibig through Loyalty Card Plus.
Okay. So,
May app na rin talaga. May app
yeah,
na rin kami. It's
that's the
available sa iOS users and Android
users as well. Yeah, in terms of the virtual Pag-ibig, is it the same? All the features there are the same when you are going to a branch? Or meron talagang mga specific pa rin kayong services na sa branch lang ma-avail?
Actually, all services naman available sa Virtual Pag-ibig. Yung ating pag-register as a Pag-ibig Fund member, pag-apply ng MP2 account, available na siya sa website. And pwede din sila magbayad through online. Yung pag-claim din ng MP2, savings maturity, pwede na din po sa Virtual Pag-ibig. And loans also.
Okay, as the loans as well. Gaano ba kadali mag-enroll dyan sa virtual Pag-ibig?
So actually, yung enrollment ng Virtual Pag-ibig, it's like creating your Facebook account or your email address. So online na lang siya. Kailangan mo lang nasa tama kang website, www.pagibigfund.gov.ph. And then click the Be a Member for Virtual Pag-ibig. So, ang kailangan lang if you have Loyalty Card Plus, so yung kailangan lang yung last 4 digits sa likod na ng yung last 4 digit, your mid number, which makikita mo naman sa Loyalty Card Plus mo, and then may mag-OTP sa'yo, and then ilalagay mo lang yon. Yung email address kailangan, required na may email address pag mag-virtual Pag-ibig ka. And then, yun na, may mga 3 security questions na itatanong and then sasagutan mo yon. Then, makaka-proceed ka na into creating your own virtual Pag-ibig account.
Ayan, diba? It's easy as 1, 2, 3. So sa ating mga Facebook Live viewers, our Zoom participants, and also our live audience na hindi pa po nakakapag-enroll sa kanilang mga virtual Pag-ibig, mag-enroll na kayo. So madami mga features ang ating nakita sa virtual Pag-ibig as well as the branches itself na ino-offer sa atin ng Pag-ibig Fund. And one of that, syempre, yung pinaka mostly gamit sa ating na services ng Pag-ibig are the loans. Diba? Most of us are going to Pag-ibig for loans. But before we proceed for that feature or the services of Pag-ibig for the loans, let us watch one of the initiatives of DILG Region 5 on awareness to our public. We had the office tour that recently conducted last year, and until this year, we are still conducting the office tour. So let's watch this.
bakit kami nag-invite sa inyo? Dahil it's celebration of the Local Government Month.
We really are happy that you also accepted our invitation for you to get to know more about the ILG. Isa po itong pagkakataon na wala kami dito. No? And we would like to ensure na yung mga kabataan na yun, ano yung ginagawa namin, mas nakakaalamin kayo.
Ilang surface level yung ginagawa niyo po para sa amin. But you guys do all that you can to provide for us, and I think underappreciated pa nga po yung department niyo.
We grabbed the opportunity because we know that this is the best venue of you opening your doors to us.
Paano namin, tinutulungan namin ang mga LGU na maging magaling adilang governance at pag-govern nila, pagbigay nila ng mga services o servisyo sa atin lahat ng mga mamamayan.
Pero the people don't even try to discover kung ano po ba talaga yung ginagawa niyo. So I'm really grateful na you organize this kind of event for us students, especially to get to know the department that is concerned with our local government units.
Kung ang mga LGUs natin, ang mga barangay ay nagpe-perform ng matino, mahusay at maasahan, ganun ang mga officials natin, magiging maganda ang ating buhay.
I think it's a good cause and idea na nagsistart po kayo sa students kasi at the end of the day, kami rin lang naman po ang magsiserve din sa nation in the future.
Once again, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Kami po ay nagbabalik dito sa Usapang Pag-ibig. Please like and follow our Facebook page, DILG Region 5, and our YouTube channel, DILG Region 5 for more updates. So kanina, pinag-usapan natin ang savings program and the features of the virtual Pag-ibig. Ngayon naman, pag-uusapan natin ang about sa mga loans na meron kinikater ang ating Pag-ibig Fund. So, Miss Kate and Miss Camille, can you tell me what are the services that can be availed for the loans?
So, as to loans po, Sir Junie, we have short-term loan kung saan meron po siyang multi-purpose loan and then the calamity loan. So, under multi-purpose loan, maa-avail natin siya anytime, and then yun ay may 10.5% per annum interest rate. So, 80% of your savings can be loan. Pero, yun nga po, the higher your savings, the higher you can loan. So, yun yung maganda kapag high yung ating regular savings. And then, aside from that, we have the calamity loan. Yung calamity loan naman, we offer it to calamity-stricken areas. So, kapag declare tayo na sa province or sa municipality na we are under state of calamity, automatic na rin na po yan sa amin na under state of calamity, so may calamity loan po na ino-offer si Pag-ibig Fund. So, under calamity loan, we have 5.95% per annum interest rate. So,
it's good.
2 years and 3 years po pwedeng bayaran.
Okay. So, let's talk about your multi-purpose loans. So, you said earlier na 80% lang ng contributions ni Pag-ibig member yung pwede niyang ma-loan out. So, the higher na kino-contribute ng isang Pag-ibig member, mas mataas din yung malaloan niya. So, eto ba yung repayment ba nito? Fixed ba? Or pwede kang pumili ng up to ilang years? Or meron lang si Pag-ibig na implement na repayment schedule?
For loan amortization naman po, we have 2 options lang. So we have the 2 years and 3 years payment term for MPL and also calamity loan. Yun po yung
2 years
options.
and 3 years. Okay. Which is, mababa lang naman yung interest rate. Again, magkano ulit yung interest rate ng...
So under multipurpose loan po, we have 10.5%.
Okay.
So,
and for the calamity loans,
5.95.
It's okay na din pala talaga sa ano. And you know na nakapag-avail na ako before ng multipurpose loan. And ang baba ng loan amortization ko within 1 month, compared sa mga other financial institutions as well na ang taas na double digit mga around 20% or 30% even yung effective interest rate nila. While sa Pag-ibig, it's around 10%. Does it change over time? Bumababa ba yan? Or is it a fixed rate?
Fixed rate na po siya as of now. Fixed rate po
It's a fixed rate as of now. Okay. So, still, it's one way of getting another source of funds if you are in need of emergency funds, the multipurpose loans. But still, may eligibility requirements. Ilang contributions ba or magkano ba dapat ang minimum na contributions?
So, dapat yung minimum contribution natin is at least naka 24 months na tayong nagko-contribute sa Pag-ibig Fund. And then, dapat po is that updated rin yung ating mga data or information sa Pag-ibig Fund. Kasi chine-check po nila yan kung the same ang mga mother's maiden name, birthday, name. So, yun na rin, na-check na rin namin yan. And then, kung employed, syempre salary deduction po tayo. So, kapag self-employed po, meron lang kaming pinapapermahan na declaration of income.
Okay. So, 24 months na kailangan lang na minimum. May question ako, is that consecutive contribution or at least 24 contributions?
24 months.
24.
Okay.
Kasi merong iba na consecutive
Yes.
contributions, and then when you had a lapse na month na hindi ka nakapag-contribute or hindi ka pa nakapag-remit, babalik ka ulit.
Pero syempre, Sir Junie, dapat active member.
Yes,
so, dapat,
of course.
Active yung kanyang account. So, let's say for example, February ngayon, dapat may payment siya ng January at least.
At least, when you say active...
January, December.
Okay,
2020.
so the last 2 months ba or 3 months na payment ang meron dapat siya. Ayun. So, in case man mag-lapse, huwag niyong papa-abutin ng 3 buwan. At hindi kayo makakapag-loan sa Pag-ibig.
Yes.
So, isa din yun sa mga magagandang feature kasi sabihin nating madami ka talagang pangangailangan in the future. At least meron kang malalapitan. 'Di ba? So at least you have somewhere na makakapag-source out ka ng emergency funds mo. And make sure, again, to our Facebook Live viewers and to our live audience and also our Zoom participants, huwag niyong kakalimutan na ang monthly contributions dapat buwan-buwan at hindi ka maglalapse ng up to 3 months para makapag-avail ka ng kanilang loans. So, let's talk about the calamity loan. So, I have never availed pa kasi never naman nag-state of calamity or hindi ko pa na naranasan mag-state of calamity doon sa Sorsogon kasi taga Sorsogon ako. So, can I ask how much yung calamity loan na pwede ba ma-avail? And ano ba siya? Flexible ba siya? Bumababa? Tumataas? Or isang amount lang talaga siya?
So for calamity loan, same lang po yung loanable amount for MPL. So we have 80% of your total regular savings. Kung may existing MPL loan ka, difference nun, 80% ng total contribution less nung balance mo for MPL. Pero not necessarily ibabawas siya. Isasabay lang siya sa computation ng loanable amount for calamity loan. 2 years and 3 years din yung payment term. Interest rate po is 5.95% per annum. So yun po yung...
Yes, Miss Kate.
Yun pala in addition, may grace period pala yung payment. So after mong mag-loan, sa calamity loan, 3 months ang binibigay namin grace period. So dun ka mag-start mag-pay. Tapos every 15 ang due date.
Okay.
Regardless kung kailan ka nag-loan, let's say for
Yes.
example, nag-loan ka January 30, every 15 of, kunwari MPL yung niloan mo, after 2 months, magbabayad ka na. So, sa case natin, kung nasa government kayo or kaya sa may employer kayo, di ba yung hindi yung bawas ng employer, dapat yung remit. Yun
Okay.
yung inaano namin. So, kasi di ba ang nangyayari, yung sa regular savings, parang yung for February, March babayaran.
March, yes.
So, kapag ang due date natin is February 15, dapat February 15 may payment. So,
May remittance
dapat
na.
si employer magdededuct na sa'yo ng January pa lang.
Yes.
So, yun yung yung gusto naming talaga kasi dun nagkakaroon ng penalties tuloy.
Yes, oo. And in case ba na magka-penalty, are there any way na mabayaran siya without adding to the burden nung nag-loan?
So for that, yung may penalty na po siya, add up na po siya talaga, automatic.
Add up na siya.
Kapag hindi kayo nakabayad on the 15, automatic pag 16 meron na, nagbabago na, nag-change na agad yung system kasi nasa computer na yan, nasa system na. So automatic naka-add up na siya.
Oo. And do you allow request for waiver? What if nag-down ng system at hindi nakapag-remit? Kasi I know Pag-ibig has already established that it should be, for national government agencies, it should be through the system already of Land Bank. Tama?
Yes,
We access. So what if sumakto on the 15th day, nag-down ng system at yun, for payment or ilang days nang nagda-down ng system. Are there any way na makapag-waive or do you allow waivers for your remittances?
So for that, minsan coordinate namin siya sa Land Bank if it's true na down yung system and everything. So minsan may na-allow naman kami dyan. Depende pa rin sa ng treasury and then sa branch. So depende pa rin kung magle-letter.
Yes, of course, the letter.
For mandatory savings po, for regular savings, we have the penalty condonation.
Yes.
Basta, hindi pa nakapag-avail si employer kasi one-time availment lang po yung
okay.
penalty condonation for membership savings lang.
Okay. So, what if lang, nakapag-loan ako and then eventually, nag-resign or nawalan ako ng trabaho and then I wasn't able to pay yung mga prospective ko pa na loan amortizations. Paano ba yun? Para hindi naman ako burdensome sa akin na magbayad pa dahil wala na akong trabaho or just like that na biglaan.
So, yun nga po, we don't encourage naman po na hindi nyo bayaran. Pero
yes, of course.
Since may unfortunate na mga nangyayari sa atin, so kapag ganon, kapag 6 months na no payment tayo, automatic, tinatap offset na namin yun. So, para hindi na magpara-incur ng interest kasi lolobo pa siya if in case na more than that pa yung So, tulong na rin namin sa fund members na ibabawas na lang namin sa savings nila yung na-loan nila.
And eventually, at the end kasi naman, yung savings naman natin, mapupunta din naman sa atin. So, still, it's a good alternate procedure naman ng Pag-ibig to really deduct na lang sa ating savings account.
Yes.
Anyway, at the end of the day, yung pera din naman nandoon. Like it's a good alternate procedure. So, I've talked about MPL and then I've talked about the calamity loan. So ito na yung housing loan. Oo. Can we know ano yung mga eligibility requirements nito and up to how much yung pwedeng ma-avail namin? And what are your coverage in terms of housing? Land improvements ba? House and lot? Construction of building? And the like?
Okay. For our housing, so pwede natin gamitin yung housing loan natin to buy properties, land, house and lot, townhouse, condominium units. So pwede rin yun. And then construction of house. And then refinancing an existing housing loan. So let's say for example, sa bank meron kayo. And then ita-transfer nyo sa Pag-ibig, pwede yun. And then, ang eligibility requirement must be a Filipino citizen. And then, syempre, dapat yung titled. So, clear po tayo doon. So, dapat clean title tayo. And then, up to 6 million ang pwedeng ma-loan natin. Depende po, whichever is the lowest sa actual need nyo ba. Let's say for example, you just need 500,000 pero the value of the property is 1.5 million. And then, yung uutangin nyo is 500,000 lang. So, yun lang yung i-grant namin. So, depende pa rin yung capacity to pay natin or our income. So, kung ang income natin is ngayon 100,000 and then yung property lang naman ng value ng property is 500,000. So kahit naman 100,000 yung monthly income natin na pwede yung makapag-loan na up to, let's say for example 7 million. So I mean rather 6 million. Ang pwede lang namin ipaloan sa inyo is the value of the properties, which is 500,000.
Okay.
So, whichever is the lowest.
Okay. Do you have anything to add pa, Miss Camille?
For basic requirement po, hindi naman siya required na 2 years ng membership Pag-ibig Fund member. For example, si member gusto niya mag-apply ng housing loan, 12 months pa lang yung Pag-ibig One niya na savings, pwede niyang bayaran yung 12 months na remaining as lump sum.
Lump sum,
Yes.
okay.
Para
Just to avail the
Yes,
housing loan. And ano yung magiging itsura niya sa contributions niya? Mafe-fill outan yung 12 months na ni-lump sum niya or one-time payment yun?
One-time payment.
Okay, so...
Dapat monthly pa rin
Yes.
maghuhulog na siya. Start.
Okay. So in terms of repayment, gaano ba katagal pwede magbayad sa housing loan?
Okay, you can have a term up to 30 years. So, yun yung longest payment term namin. So, depende yan sa age natin. Let's say, for example, 50 years old na ako. Ang pwede ko lang na term is 20 years kasi 70 minus 50. Pero kapag 30 years old ka pa lang, so you can max out up to 30 kasi 60 ka pa lang by the time na nag 30 years na. So, yun po yung ano namin.
Okay. So, 70 years old, not the mandatory retirement na 65, hindi naman. So, up to 70 naman siya. Okay. So, how much ba yung interest rate natin pagdating naman sa mga housing loan? Fixed din ba siya or does it change or does it vary in terms of the capacity of the payor or the Pag-ibig member or other historical trends ba natin?
Okay. So, as to our rate sa housing, so we have fixing periods. So, kapag 1 year fixed period, 5.75% yon. And then kapag 3 years fixing period, that's 6.25%. Pero etong mga rate na to, depende pa rin siya sa market. So, syempre kung ano rin yung galaw ng ekonomiya natin,
Yes,
yun rin
of
yung
course.
ano namin. So, for now, eto yung may mga fixing periods tayo. Let's say, for example, 3 years fixing period. After 3 years, yun yung ano mo, rate, 6.25%. That's your fixing rate. After 3 years, magre-repricing tayo. Depende pa kung ano yung
May
galaw ng
repricing
market.
siya.
Yes.
Okay. Yun yung pinakamatagal na fixing period nyo?
We have 30 years. Yung ilalock in mo na, let's say for example, 30 years, lock in mo na yun na 9.75%.
And that's good. 9% for 30 years. A single digit actually for a long-term loan. The 9% is, for me, is a good rate for a 30-year loan period. Kasi most of the time, double digit siya pag longer term. Kasi nga, the risk, mas marami din habang tumatagal yung ano. And the current inflation rate natin ngayon mataas, 'di ba? So the 9% is good for a 30-year loan term, 'di ba? And since you said na up to 6 million, pero still up to the value lang ng ilo-loan mo or ng property na gusto mong ipagawa or bilhin. So, in terms of buying the property, kunwari, or constructing a house and lot, and then yung lote hindi sa'yo, nakapangalan kunwari sa relatives mo or sa parents mo, are there any ways to cure para makapag-loan ka pa rin sa Pag-ibig?
Pagka ganun na nakapangalan sa family member, kailangan yung gumawa ng deed of conditional sale, absolute sale, na papabenta mo na kung sino yung maglo-loan sa Pag-ibig Fund. Kasi dapat
may transfer sa pangalan mo.
So, parang ang lalabas is bibilhin mo yung property. So, ang ilo-loan mo sa amin is that purchase of lot or
Okay.
house and lot kung house and lot yun.
Yung
So,
house
parang
improvements ba kasama or
Yes,
hindi?
we have house improvement or
Ah.
pwede rin construction.
Okay.
So, pag mga ganun, may mga kailangan lang kaming papers like building permit, yung building plans, kasi kailangan namin yun makita. And then, ang ano namin yun is 30% kailangan maitayo mo muna, then parang reimbursement sa amin, i-reimburse namin yun. Kasi may mga ano kami previously na dapat talaga kasi for construction siya.
Yes,
so,
oo.
ganun yung naging process.
Tapos iba yung
namin.
naging
Yes.
purpose pala ng funds. Okay, it should still follow what is
Yes.
being loaned out for. Yung purpose talaga ng loan, doon pa rin siya. And ano ba nangyayari? For example, you found out na yung niloan pala, supposedly for construction, iba pala ginamit yung loan. Kunwari, pinambili ng kotse. Hindi naman sa mangyayari yon, pero what if ganun nga yung mangyari?
Kaya nga po nandun na kami sa 30%, gagawin nyo muna as the borrower. So after 30%, magbibigay kayo sa amin ng accomplishment. So meron rin kaming civil engineer
Okay.
that would assess the property or the construction. So kapag naka 30%, okay, magre-release kami ng pera. So kahit bilhin mo siya sa kotse, okay lang kasi ikaw naigastos mo na rin naman na.
Yes, oo.
So hindi na namin, syempre hindi na namin yun alam na kung aanihin niyo pa. So reimbursement kasi yung
Reimbursement
style.
basis siya, okay. And 30% na accomplishment
Yes.
of the construction or
First,
whatever na purpose yung what if kung ano siya buying of units. So kailangan din ba mag-present ng 30% na nabili mo na siya or yung ano ba tawag doon, yung initial cash na binabayad pag for example ano siya still for construction yung condominium unit.
For purchase naman of, let's say for example, condominium units, kailangan kasi yun yung rights, di ba? May rights kasi under sa condominiums. So, though title rin naman yun, pero yung building lang naman kasi yung ano. Kapag ka ganun, bibilhin namin yung condo para sa'yo.
Okay.
So, kami dapat, kami ang makikipag-transact rin kung saan bibilhin.
Sa developer, okay. Is that paid out to the developer directly?
Yes.
Yung proceeds ba binibigay na diretso
Yes.
sa Okay. So and then bibigyan na lang ng copy si
Yes.
si loaner or nag-loan ng condominium unit for the amortization schedule
Kasi
and
yung
the other.
process niya, parang kami yung bibili para sa'yo.
And the unit is mortgage sa Pag-ibig ba or meron ba kayong naka-tag doon na naka-mortgage muna siya sa Pag-ibig or
So,
like that?
Pagka ganun, sa amin muna nakapangalan yung property.
Okay.
So parang kami na yung bibilhan mo ng property.
Okay.
So,
Tapos eventually ililipat na
yes,
lang siya pag
ililipat na lang
kompleto
siya
na.
pag
Fully paid na siya. Okay. And kailan ba mangyayari? For example, hindi ako nakapagbayad ng amortization ko. Kailan ba siya mafo-foreclose? Or are there any mangyayari na foreclosure along the process na hindi ko mabayaran fully yung loan ko?
Opo. Usually naman, years naman yung inaano namin. So, may mga notices yan. Kapag wala talagang feedback kay borrower, kasi merong repricing. Kung pwede kami mag-recompute.
Yes.
Meron kaming ganyan. Ngayon, kung di talaga, wala talaga, siguro may mga nangyaring unfortunate events sa buhay niya. So, ganun, mag-result tayo to foreclosure na ng property. Ngayon, yun yung magiging namin, pag naging property na talaga sa Pag-ibig Fund na siya, so yun na yung pinapabid namin. So, magiging acquired asset siya ng Pag-ibig Fund. Yun yung pinopost namin online para ipabid sa mga gustong magbid or bumili ng properties.
Okay, ako na, papunta na ako dun eh. So, at how much ba yung mga foreclosed properties nyo? Are they valued at the loan amount na niloan ng Pag-ibig member or do you value it out based on the current market conditions?
Yes, we value it sa current value
Okay.
ng market.
Oo.
So, yun yung ano niya. Pero, ang kinaganda sa amin is that kapag negotiated sales na siya, there are discounts.
Yes.
So, yun yung ano. Pero yung first public auction, wala pa siyang discount. The second one, meron na. 10% kapag cash. And then, pag long term, wala.
Okay.
And then, kapag negotiated, ito yung merong discount. So, dun pa lang, kahit i-cash mo siya, may discount ka na. Or i-long term mo siya, may discount ka pa rin. So,
Okay.
kapag member pa kayo ng yung sa employee association nyo, sa group sale, pag sumali kayo doon, you can have a discount up to 45%.
Oh, it's
So let's say
it's
for example,
high.
the value of the property is 2 million.
Yes.
So kung nag-stick ka lang na 2 million yung nakalagay sa amin, 2 million namin ipinapa-auction. Tapos 2 million lang yung nilagay mo rin sa form mo. So 1 million, nasa halos kalahati na lang yung babayaran mo kung nanalo ka. So, syempre, dapat manalo ka pa rin.
Okay. Ay, yung group sale, paano siya nangyayari ba?
So, yung group sale, kailangan mag-member ni employer.
Okay.
So, let's say, for example, DILG. So, dapat mag-ano siya kay sa housing unit namin. So, mag-a-apply sila. So, yun yung mga kailangan lang naman. Mag-a-apply and then, pag naka-apply na may MOA, may magkakaroon tayo ng Memorandum of Agreement. And then, pag okay na, pwede nang mag-loan lahat kayo. So, pwede siyang maka-group sale. So, dapat yung first na loan nyo, at least maka 10 million. Para mag-ano kayo sa 40 to 45%.
Na
So,
10
depende pa rin
million.
sa value ng total accumulated
Total,
loans.
okay. Okay. So, itong mga foreclosure ba ninyo can be availed? Cash lang ba siya na binabayaran? For example, ako, bibili ako ng foreclosed property. And then, kailangan ko ba siyang bayaran in cash? Or can I loan it out as well through my housing loan na feature din na i-avail ko siya under ng housing loan?
Yes po. Yung ang aming acquired assets, yun po, pwede natin siyang i-housing loan. So, pwede rin cash. Kapag cash, walang interest. Parang kung ano na yun na yun. Pero kapag long term, dito na papasok yung mga fixing periods natin. So, pwede siyang i-housing loan. Yun yung yung maganda. Kasi parang inuupahan mo lang yung bahay mo na.
Yes, oo. And I believe naman na mas mababa siya sa original value ng kasi nga it's dependent on the market condition and may mga factors na nakaka-affect sa market condition natin na nagbababa ng, like for example for buildings kasi may depreciation yan, magde-depreciate siya. Unlike the land na nag-appreciate. So magtataas siya, magbababa siya, but for the buildings or the constructed buildings sa mga bahay or units, bumababa talaga siya. So, maganda. Bibili ako dyan in the future pag may pera na tayong malaki.
You can visit our acquired assets. It's available online. And then, kung magbibid tayo, online na rin pwede.
Oh, it's online bidding na. So, ating mga Facebook Live viewers dyan and sa ating mga live audience and sa Zoom participants, magbid na kayo. Madami atang foreclosed properties ang pag-ibig eh. So,
take the opportunity.
Oo, take the opportunity kasi mas mababa talaga ang market, ang value niya sa foreclosure unlike sa bibili ka pa lang or maglo-loan ka pa lang ng bago. So, why not? It's still the same. Medyo ginamitan lang pero still maganda pa din naman. Okay. So, ang ganda ng ating discussion for this kind of loans. And sa future ba, may mga bago bang loans na i-create si Pag-ibig? Or is there a pipeline project na, baka magkaroon ng MP3 or MP4? Oh, di ba? MP3 at MP4.
So far, wala pa namang sinasabi si management sa head office. Pero ngayon, meron kaming bagong raffle promo. We call it OPPO, the 1+1 raffle promo. So yun, it's like influencing our OEGs or other earning group na save sa Pag-ibig Fund or be a member of Pag-ibig Fund. So parang ang ano namin nito is that ma-encourage rin yung other Filipinos na hindi employed at hindi pa member ni Pag-ibig Fund or yung mga reactivating na maging member ulit ng Pag-ibig Fund. So ang pwedeng mapanalunan is as much as 500,000 pesos.
Uy, ang laki niyan ah.
Yes.
And your pot money, yung pot money ba, where did it come from? Or parang sa savings din ba siya ng Pag-ibig?
So, yung ano po, par-raffle promo po siya sa head office. So, lahat kami sa Pag-ibig branches from Luzon to Mindanao, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, lahat po sila kasali. So, yung raffle draw will be drawn via Facebook Live sa aming official official Facebook page. So, yung eto naman po is para ma-encourage ang ibang mga reactivating and mga magme-member pa lang ng Pag-ibig Fund na mag-member na sila ng Pag-ibig Fund. So, syempre, para yung dagdag rin sa income natin.
Yes, oo. Dagdag din siya sa... And
Sa
again,
dividends.
dagdag din sa dividends na makukuha ng ating mga
bawat
members.
isa sa atin.
Right. And syempre, doon sa magme-member o magpapa-member ulit, may savings na din ulit siya. Right? At yun nga, yung savings na yan, they can get it in 15 or when they retire.
Yung 15 years, continuous member or continuous yung monthly savings niya, pwedeng makuha.
Okay.
Dapat walang gaps, regardless kung nag-change ka ng employer.
Okay.
Pero yung 20 years, kahit may gaps ka, pwede mong makuha. And then, kung gusto mong mas malaki, i-withdraw mo na lang siya by retirement. Or
Okay.
kaya after 60 years old.
Oo. Kasi baka iniisip ng iba, hulog sila ng hulog sa Pag-ibig at walang napupuntahan. Yes. No, you can get it in 15 years. Yes. You can get it in 20 years.
Yes.
And even when you retire. Tama. So, again, everyone, we really encourage you to have your membership enrollment na sa Pag-ibig. And it will be really your benefit pag nandito or nakapag-enroll ka sa virtual Pag-ibig, sa Pag-ibig with its services and mostly sa madaming benefits yung meron sa ating Pag-ibig Fund. So, before we wrap up this usapang Pag-ibig, Miss Kate, Miss Camille, do you have any announcement or invites or news to our general public?
So, for that po, we would like to thank the Department of Interior and Government, local government, the Department of Interior and Local Government. Maraming salamat po in behalf of our area head, Sir Zantua. We would like to thank po RD for having us here sa Balangibog episode po ninyo.
Ayan, so bago ko kayo paalisin or bago kayo i-let go, we have our questions from our Facebook Live viewers or even our Zoom participants or even the live audience. So, can we have the questions? Ayan, at sasagutin niya ng ating mga resource speakers. So, our question number 1. Kung ang maturity ng policy, kung hindi maklaim, may interest earning ba yun or wala na? I believe this is referring to the MP2. Policy. The regular savings. Okay.
Okay. For regular savings, hindi naman kasi siya mandatory na after 15 years or 20 years, i-claim mo na siya. So, option ni member, kung gusto niya nang i-claim for 15 years or 20 years. So yes po, mag-earn pa din siya ng dividends.
So as long as the money is still in Pag-ibig
Yes.
Fund.
Okay, so as long as it's in the fund of Pag-ibig Fund, mag-earn siya ng interest.
Under regular savings.
Under the regular savings. Okay.
We have different.
Yes, we have discussed for our MP2 that after the 5-year period, dapat ma-withdraw na siya and up to 7th year na lang siya mag-i-interest pero babalik siya sa regular savings na interest rate, which is the lower one, right? Okay, next question. If I retire at 60, do I have the option to continue my MP2 or upon retirement, my contribution to MP2 shall be returned to me?
So for that, kanina po na-mention rin po namin that MP2 is open to pensioners and former Pag-ibig Fund members. So, pag hindi pa mature yung MP2 nyo, pwede pa rin po mag-continuous. So, pwede pa rin. Pwede pa rin. After retirement.
Kahit ilang taon ka na, kahit 60, 70, 80, still, ang requirement lang naman sa MP2 is yung 500 na minimum.
And then, dapat may 24 months ka nung naghuhulog ka pa sa regular savings. So,
paano kung na-withdraw niya na yon yung lahat na pala ng ano niya?
Okay lang po.
Okay
kasi
lang din naman.
Open na siya to retirees and pensioners.
Okay.
Na former Pag-ibig Fund members.
Okay. So pag retirees na siya or pensioners, nawawala yung 24 na monthly contribution na requirement. Okay. Sige. Next question natin ay, until how many accounts can a member have for MP2?
So as discussed kanina, so we encourage multiple accounts for MP2 as long as may fund po yung existing MP2 accounts ni member. And yun po, minimum po of 500 pesos and maximum of 10 million per member.
So, ayun. Dapat maraming accounts na pwedeng buksan, pero lahat ng accounts yun, dapat may minimum na 500.
Yes,
okay. Sige, next question po. Is the 7% annual interest for MP2 fixed for the 5 years?
It is no.
No.
Depende po siya sa income ng Pag-ibig Fund for the year. So far naman mataas naman kasi our assets reaches 1.03 trillion already. So hopefully mataas. Actually, pinapaabang na nga kami sa Facebook ng
yung dividend declaration.
Yes. So most
April,
probably this week or baka by first week of
March.
Okay, so everyone, please abang na rin for the dividend declaration for your MP2 savings. Why not? Malay nyo, umabot ng 8%.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Pero
okay.
It's not bad pa rin kung
yes,
diba?
Of course.
Kasi yung ibang financial institution na hindi naman ganun kataas.
Banks have a very, very low interest rate. Nasa around 0.005 ata? And then taxable siya. Unlike for the MP2, it's tax-free and government guaranteed, right? So, do we still have other questions from our viewers? Matured MP2, kailangan bang ibawas sa housing loan? So, pag matured na yung MP2, kailangan bang ibawas sa housing loan?
Separate po na account ang MP2 and your housing loan, separate rin yan na hindi ko lang kung ano yung gustong itanong talaga, pero yung maturity naman nung MP2, pag mature na siya, pwede mo siyang ma-withdraw. Separate naman yun sa inyong housing loan.
You cannot apply it to the housing loan as payment. For example,
i-withdraw mo.
Oo. So for example, 'di ba nag-mature siya. For example, yung loan amortization mo for your housing loan amounts to 5,000 monthly. Tapos nagkataon nag-mature yung MP2 mo. You cannot apply that automatically.
Wala pang automatic.
Okay. So you need to withdraw
and then ibabayad
yes.
na.
Okay. Sige. But those are for voluntary contributions, no? Kasi for our salary deductions, binabawas naman yun sa sahod, 'di ba? Kasi hiwalay yung pag-withdraw. So personal mo makukuha. Unlike doon sa mga may salary deduction, they are deducted in their monthly or bi-monthly salary. Yeah, right. So, do you have any more? Do we have any more questions? From the live audience? Ito, how much is the dividend rate now? Ayan, sabi kanina, abang po tayo sa March. Pero last year ba magkano yung dividend declaration ulit? Nasa...
Under regular savings, 6.55% and sa MP2 savings, 7.05%.
And that's the highest ba so far or may mas mataas pa before?
Before may mas mataas, we reaches 8%.
Okay, sabi ko na nga, malay nyo umabot ng 8%. Diba? So, any more questions from our viewers? What is the advantage of multiple accounts in MP2? Di ba mahirap i-maintain ang account? Ano yun? Di ba mahirap i-account pag marami?
So far kasi, katulad nung sabi ko, if we have ideals finances, like for me, meron akong gusto ko i-separate. Gusto ko kapag ito may syempre hindi naman natin alam, may hospitalization, merong savings for that, and then may savings rin ako for leisure ko, for travel. So, depende sa needs mo. Pero if nahihirapan ka sa ganon na situation, pwede naman mag-stick ka to one account only. Pwede naman yon. Kasi kami, ang ano lang namin, minsan, ang gusto namin, yung after 5 years, meron ulit akong magpa 5 years ulit.
Yes.
So parang continuous yung
continuous,
flow.
yes.
So para kasing ang MP2, pwede mo siyang maging passive income.
Yes,
diba?
oo.
Kasi
Passive income talaga
your
siya.
money is working for you.
Yes, passive income na walang tax.
Yes.
Diba? Yes, Miss Camille, do you have something to add pa? So, do we have other questions from the audience or from the viewers? Yes, we have from our live audience.
Good afternoon. Pwede pong mag-loan sa Pag-ibig if I want to buy an agricultural land?
For that po, sir, we only cater residential properties.
Paano kung magpapatay ako ng bahay doon?
Kailangan mo siyang ma-change ang zoning.
From agri to
From
residential?
agri to house, for residential.
Sige, thank you.
Ayan. Okay, so that ends our questions from our viewers and live audience, of course, our Zoom participants. And once again, thank you sa ating Pag-ibig Fund employees na nandito sa atin. To Miss Kate and to Miss Camille, thank you sa pagpaunlak na aming imbitasyon sa ating Balangibog episode, Usapang Pag-ibig. Oo, thank you. Sobrang thank you.
Thank you, Sir Junie, for having us also.
Okay. Oo.
Siyempre, we would like to take this opportunity rin. But, di ba, para po ano rin namin yung services and benefits of Pag-ibig Fund.
Yes, okay.
Maraming hindi nakakaalam na we are savings.
Baka nga marami talaga na. At least with this platform, we create general awareness. Okay? And really, the Pag-ibig Fund is more than just a government requirement, di ba? It's a financial safety net and a stepping stone towards home ownership and financial security. So if you're not yet maximizing your Pag-ibig membership, now is the time to do so. Before we end this episode, again, maraming salamat to all of you. And of course, to our live audience, to our Facebook Live viewers, and to our Zoom participants, maraming salamat sa pagpaunlak ng inyong mga oras sa amin ngayon. Once again, this is Accountant 2, Junicel Fajardo. Please like and subscribe our Facebook page, DILG Rehiyon 5. Maraming salamat and good afternoon.